Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Yellow, I'll go blue, lady. Double time.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now here's Mahomes. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It's a foot race past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Adam Thielen, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that makes it. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. Of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens over the Dolphins in October of that year. On 2nd and 9, Jackson completes it to Austin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Here's Jackson. And he finds Austin complete. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Yellow.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes dancing to his left. And he finds Howard complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
It's a loss of a yard.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes steps away to his left. That's caught by Howard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Rip left, rip left. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on the play.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. 2nd down and goal. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Antonio Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Mahomes firing complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Been a long day for you. Mike 53.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take a shot, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Running with Howard. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Antonio Brown. Fielded just inside the 30. He chucks him aside.
Thumped him.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Jackson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson being chased out left. And he fires one incomplete. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jackson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. But I think the ball's out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Kareem Hunt, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Bravo!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Meredith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cameron Meredith, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the gun on third down, Jackson. It's complete to Grant. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 71 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And now it's second down.
Yellow. 480. I got him. Yellow, yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Sean Lee picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On third and long, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly for Thielen. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
First down, Ravens.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first and 10. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Antonio Brown. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Gets it to Meredith complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They run again with Hunt. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the gun, Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw, escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, flush to his right, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 9-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
23 yards, the final tally.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Keep it up. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kareem Hunt with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Mahomes now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Ravens, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on the track when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands.